Welcome to Noona Ya Business Podcast, episode 45, Award Show Season, with your hosts, Becca and Megan. Today we discuss the recent winners and losers of the Mama, Golden Disc, and Melon Music Awards. We also discuss how voting is done for each show and the striking differences between American and Asian award shows. We also play if BTS had to attend an award show, but not as themselves game, and thank everyone for participating in our first ever book club. And have you ever heard of the game Fingers, Fingers, Where Are Your Fingers? Well, you have now, and good luck getting this one out of your head. That's what you're in for today on Noona Ya Business. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Becca.
How's 2019 treating you?
It's just exactly the same as 2018 was, which is fun. How about you?
Is it really, though?
I feel like I've been in a bad mood for all of 2019, and it's not really earned. Like, I didn't really earn a bad mood. I have no reason to be. I just am.
Well, I'm having a great year so far.
Is that sarcasm?
I don't think so. I'm trying really hard to be a better version of myself.
Oh.
I don't know if it's working, but I'm pretending it is.
You were already such a good version.
Oh, stop.
You're like you're just keep upgrading. Stop. Automatic upgrades.
All right. I think I have a couple of updates.
Can I really quickly apologize for saying sarcasm instead of sarcasm? Can you hear the difference when I say that?
Say it again.
I said sarcasm instead of sarcasm.
Okay, I can hear a little difference, but it was not something important that would have offended me in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you for letting me say sorry, because I would have been thinking about it for the next 48 hours.
All right, well, don't add this to your list of things that you wake up in the middle of the night hating that you did.
Yeah, don't worry. I will.
Not a big deal.
What were you going to say? What were your reassessing?
No, we have some fun life things. You're going on a trip tomorrow.
Going to see my filmmaker brother.
Filmmaker brother.
Going to see my filmmaker brother for a few days. Well, Nate, he's filmmaking. I get to be on a set with him. Maybe he can teach you
how to light up our YouTube videos properly.
He won't. That little bit of free advice he gave me over the holidays, that's the last I'll ever hear from him about this podcast, for sure. He was in the giving mood because he didn't buy me a present.
Well, that happens.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to California right after I am. We're ships passing in the night.
We were just talking earlier that it stinks that you leave tomorrow and you fly back Sunday, and I fly out Sunday to go to Palm Springs.
I hear that is like a very desired destination.
That's what I hear. I've never been there myself, but
I know people who
beautiful.
Frequent Palm Springs for vacation.
Apparently, I just learned today, the last time they were there, the Obamas have a vacation home in Palm Springs.
Oh.
And everybody got delayed flying home because the Obamas were trying to land. And when Air Force One lands, nobody's allowed to leave or come into the airport. And so a lot of people are stranded on their airplanes for hours. But it looks gorgeous.
I've heard people who love it. I'm sure you'll have a good time. It's a work trip, but it'll be fun.
It's a work trip. Also, we're going to a polo match.
I didn't even know they did those outside of England.
I still don't know what to wear. Megan was trying to help me buy a hat before we started recording this podcast. If anybody has any tips on what to wear to a polo match, let me know before I leave on Sunday.
And you're all dressed up. Will you take a picture and post it? I want to see you in your formal polo look.
Sure.
Also, is it going to be hot in Palm Springs?
I have not looked. Everybody tells me to wear short sleeves, but then they're like, well, we'll be inside and the conference rooms are freezing, so who knows?
Los Angeles is only going to be 60 degrees, but here's the thing about winter.
60 degrees sounds amazing.
I start to forget, how temperatures are in the winter, because just everything is cold. So unless it's 80 degrees, I'm well, it's cold out. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm packing for winter.
You do you.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
We're drinking tonight.
That is our exciting trips we have coming up. So hopefully we'll be able to record next week. Who knows? Sorry.
Yeah, we
in
might have a
advance,
bio
everybody.
week. We'll be ships again. I love saying ships passing in the night. I think it's very romantic.
It's a very romantic thing.
You're the great romance of my life, Becca.
Oh gosh, I feel so bad for you.
Wow, I have never said that to someone and then had them laugh at me.
See, I feel really bad for you.
This just turned into a Becca drama.
It did. I do have an update.
Okay.
I am finally on the first 10 minutes of episode 11 of Because This Is My First Life. And I will admit, I'm starting to care a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, guys. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to finish it. But
I had like an epiphany about us after our last podcast because I was thinking about what you were saying about it and you were like, nothing's happening. Like, what is the problem? I don't understand what the problem is. And that made sense to me when I re-listened to it because I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. Becca needs like a huge, like, this is the conflict. Like,
yes.
Like, this is the danger. This is the issue. This is what we're fighting about. Like, you know, somebody killed somebody. Like, something very specific. Right?
There's none of that. They're just like, I think I like you, but I don't think you like me. And then also there's a super smoking hot second male lead.
The young one?
He's so smoking. And I'm like,
right.
Why are you not going for this guy? He clearly likes you. I just don't get it. They're making drama. They're making nothing into a drama. There's nothing there to be dramatic about. But I'm trying.
And that's what I live for.
I just don't. It reminds me of a sign at my mother-in-law's house that says, things are a lot simpler if you don't make them so complicated. And I'm like, that is what this drama is. There is nothing complicated about this drama. But they're trying to make it dramatic. And there's nothing there to be dramatic.
I would make the same argument about yours, which is like, life is a lot simpler if you're not like feeling guilty about putting somebody in a coma from a bus crash 15 years ago.
We're just never going to see eye to eye.
Except for we do. And I feel like recently a bunch of people have been rewatching shows that you and I agree on. And every time they mention them, I'm like, oh, it's one of the ones we agree on. So you know it's good. I'm like, I guess this one, I feel really confident suggesting this to you because it's one of 5 shows we both liked. Yeah, I was thinking about that where I was like, I want a problem that is like a not fully formed emotional problem and you need like a physical problem. Like,
I need at least
laws
one
were
trip
broken,
to the hospital,
lives were ruined, and I just
death.
want like,
yes.
I just want people who don't really tell each other their feelings. I don't want people who don't tell each other they were on the same bus before it crashed and then went into a coma. Like the big things I want them to talk about, the little things not so much.
But see, to me, the big things are the emotions. Like that's the simplest thing to talk about. Like, hey, by the way, I like you, and I don't want things to get weird. That took 2 seconds of my day. But to go, hey, by the way, we were on the same bus before it crashed, and then you went to a coma, and you lost your best friend, and you don't know that yet, but also I'm in love with you, and I've been harboring all this guilt. That will take days to unpack. Like, that's a real drama. But like, hey,
but I feel like
you.
It doesn't take days to unpack because they wait to do it until like episode 15, and then they're like, okay, well, we better unpack this real fast because the show is done. But it also makes sense to me when I think that one time you were explaining why you like the shows you like, and you're like, well, I don't have like big drama in my life, and neither do I. That's not me suggesting that I do, but you were like, I don't have like that big drama, so I want to experience it, but like I just get stressed out by it, and I can't handle it. You're just better at handling it than me.
I love it.
Anyway, I just had that thought where I was like, oh, okay, I've identified what we're both looking for. And it's just this fundamental difference of like massive problem versus I don't even know what to describe mine as.
We don't want to talk about our feelings.
But that's not even it either because that makes me mad too when I yell at the screen like, just talk about it because I'm a big fan of talking stuff out. I guess I just feel like it's easier to recover from the like, we didn't talk about our feelings, but we are now, so I guess it's okay, than the like huge, like, I have multiple personalities.
Although, guy that has multiple personalities, if you're talking about kill me, heal me.
That was the first thing that came to mind for some reason.
Yes, please.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
So anyway, I'm getting through it.
I respect you for finishing it.
She's adorable. I love the lead girl. Not on board with the lead guy yet because he's so robotic. And then I found out, spoilers if you're gonna watch this terrible show. Just kidding, it's not that bad. Megan loved it. No, but I just found out like he was married before or something. So I was like, oh, drama. But that was like 3 episodes ago, and they haven't even touched it again. So I don't know.
It is going to be so much less dramatic than you're even thinking. Like, they don't even give you, like, an ex-wife who's evil. She's, like, the coolest.
I was thinking she was dead. Is she still alive?
No. Nope. I don't know. I forget. I've forgotten. I have amnesia.
Bummer. Is it sad? It bumps me out. Come on. I want her to compete with a woman that she can't win against. Like, that's the kind of drama I want.
Here's what you're gonna do then. You're gonna ride the Jung So Min train, the lead actress, and you're gonna go straight into oh my god, The Smile Has Left Your Eyes.
Okay.
Because you are gonna love.
A lot of our listeners have said I'm gonna love that one. Mm-hmm.
You are gonna love it. I have zero doubt that you will absolutely adore that drama.
She's so cute.
She's
girl
great.
Crush. Great.
Same.
Great.
For
girl
sure.
Crush. She's just so adorable.
And she has incredible chemistry with Sungkook. Like, amazing chemistry. They're so good together.
Well, does she have a pulse? Because anybody with a pulse would have a
That's
good
so
chemistry
true.
with him.
He could honestly act opposite a cardboard box, and I would be like, this is riveting. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
I do feel like, okay, so what are you watching? Do you need to give any updates? Are you bouncing around?
I finished I'm Not a Robot, and I loved it. If anybody wants like a fun, lighthearted, lovely drama that really hit me in the emotions, for sure. It was great. I since I got back to Chicago, haven't like dug into anything, but I am going to finish Moonlight Drawn by Clouds. That's my next step, is Moonlight Drawn by Clouds. So, and you, anything else?
Fighting. No, I can only do one at a time. So that's it. And then I've been trying to dig into some new music, but we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. So, Megan, I also want to say, today we were playing a really fun game, and I think I'm going to post it on our Twitter for the next few days if anybody wants to play along. We were going through all of the BTS albums and playing basically like the Kill, Marry, whatever game.
Off, Marry, Kill.
Yeah. With songs. So we're like, it's like Hunger Games, only one song can come out a winner. And surprise, surprise, guys, I know you're going to be shocked by this. Megan and I, there's 7 questions. We didn't have a single same answer. We didn't see eye to eye on any of them.
I feel like that's so beautiful. I don't want someone who agrees with me on everything.
And I was convinced there was a few where I'm like, we will definitely pick the same answer for this. And then
I wonder which ones.
Well, I will note it on our Twitter feed this week. So I hope everybody wants to play along because it was really fun. Oh,
can you censor my PG-13 rated answer for that one?
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna. I won't post what we said because we were having a lot of fun with it. We were having too much fun with it. Is the problem? So.
Oh, it's especially good because it was very vague, and I had to explain it to Becca.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. The okay one.
The one with the okay sign.
All right. And also, do you want to give a little update? Because I think we're going to post it. We got the funniest. It was like the nicest but funniest email from a listener who said that we had introduced her to BTS. So she started listening to them. Then she introduced them to a friend of hers. And then she got her hooked. Well, it turns out the friend of hers is a pastor,
an Episcopalian priest.
pastor in Boston, or priest in Boston, and she ended up giving the Epiphany sermon on her newfound love for BTS, and then she sent us the whole sermon, and it's really beautiful and amazing. But my husband and I were laughing because the subject line of the email was the literal gospel of BTS.
I feel like when I read the email before I read the sermon transcript, I was like, oh, this is really funny and great. Like, how cool that we had any, like any part of this. But then I read the sermon and I was like very moved. I was very moved by it.
It was a very beautiful message. And it went out, I think she said that 800 people were at this service, so it was a big deal. But we did ask her if we could post the full sermon, share it on our website, and give proper credit, and I believe we've gotten the go-ahead for that.
We've gotten approval, that this week. So yeah, yes. I'll get to posting that this week. But it's really beautiful, and she's a really great writer, and it was just such a lovely message this week. It's funny because I told her I feel like I really needed to hear that. I didn't know why, but she said it at just the right time, and it really made our week. So as always, hearing from you guys is incredible. It does more than I can explain. It's lovely. So thank you for all your messages and your tweets, and thanks to everybody who did book club. It was super fun and it went really well.
Book club was so fun. Although I texted Megan, I was like, I answered one question and I just sat back and felt like a dummy because you guys are so intelligent, and like the comparisons and the writing, everybody had these great and beautiful answers that were clearly very well thought out. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
I felt like I was back in like an English class, like a subunit in college, and I was in my element. I loved it.
It was so great.
If you did take part in the book club and you have any thoughts or suggestions or feedback, let me know. Email me, Megan@NoonaYaBusiness.com. I'd love to hear what you thought and how we can make it better, because I think we're going to try to do it again. So
yeah, it was really fun. Thank you for putting that together, Megan.
Thanks for taking part. It was a delight.
감사합니다.
I needed a project, guys, and I really appreciate you going along with it because I needed it. So
what do you want to do today? Do you want to do our game first, or I think we should probably do our game first, real quick.
You want to do our game first?
And then dig into our topic.
We're like smack dab in the middle of award season here in the US and in Asia, where they have just done like all the end of the year awards. And the Golden Globes, which is film and television awards in the US, was this weekend, or like 2 days ago. 2 days ago. And then the Oscars will be soon. It's just like, this is award season. This is when everybody's wrapping them up. So we're doing a little ode to award season. I would like to say a listener did suggest before award season started that we go through all the nominees and try to do our predictions. Well, clearly we did not get our lives together in time, so we're doing it after the fact, but we wanted to just kind of talk about some of the winners, how it's all formulated, because I've never really looked into how they formulate these winners. So this was one that I asked Becca if we could do, so she's playing along with me tonight.
Yay!
And she came up with the games.
The crowd goes wild!
As always when we're around.
Have we ever gotten applause when we show up somewhere? I think we've gotten applause when we've left places. I don't think we've ever gotten applause when we show up somewhere.
I can't say I've ever gotten applause. Thanks, Becca. You too.
Cross it off. Cross it off that bucket list, girl.
You too. I have a Band-Aid on my pinky that's very distracting. I got a bad paper cut today.
Oh my gosh, it's the week of the paper cuts. My wife, my husband got one, and my daughter got one this week too.
I forgot how much they stink. They are very painful. I was gushing blood, and I was like chasing Jeffrey, and you want to see it bleeding, and he was like, "No, stop."
So I think we're going to do. Megan arranged this great topic for the night where she listed out all of the major award shows that just happened in Korea. Yeah, these are all Korea. Yeah, in Korea. And listed out who won. And we're going to talk about if we agree with those choices or not.
The only one I didn't do was the Asian Artists Awards because I couldn't find as much information on that. I was like more confused about it. So
Well, learn
No triple
Korean
A.
already and translate these things.
I know. I'm sorry. I got to get on that language
You just said you need a
learning.
project.
Do you know, numerous people have said to me, this would be a great time for you to learn Korean. And I'm like, they're absolutely right. This would be the perfect time because I have tons of time to study. I haven't even looked into it because I'm the laziest person ever. I will literally find something else to do to keep me from doing something productive. That's the kind of person I am.
You make yourself sound like a sloth. She's not a sloth.
I'm a sloth.
So our game for the night then is going to be, obviously, BTS. We're at a lot of these award shows with some of our other favorite groups.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Got7? I see you.
All those red carpet pics.
Oh, 17 too. Guys, I'm getting to be a big 17 girl these days.
Are you?
I am.
Okay, wait, no, I'll ask you later because I'm getting confused. Okay, yes. Anyway, yes.
So we thought it would be fun if BTS had to go to these award shows but couldn't be the performers BTS. Mm-hmm. What roles would they play at these award shows? So that is our game for the day.
Yes.
Does that work for you?
I love it.
You want to get us started with Jin?
Yes. So I had that Jin would be the director or the stage manager who's in charge of choreographing where everything's supposed to be. I just think it's funny to think of Jin in a leadership role because I think that he has all of the capabilities to do it. I just think that he would hate it a lot, and also just so much yelling. There would just be so much yelling. So if he's the director in the booth and he's telling which cameras to take, I can just hear him being like, no, not that one, I said camera 5. He's just screaming and it's hilarious. So I have him behind the scenes.
I really wavered on this one. I can see him being so many things. One of my answers I used for somebody else, but it involves yelling as well. I actually ended up settling on he would be the person in charge of pulling people off stage when their speech is too long. Yes. Like a handler of some sort for celebrities. Because I feel like in a lot of these award shows, he's always that goofy guy who's big hits no, and Jin's I'm gonna do it anyway.
But yes, though.
But yes, and so, but I always feel when other members aren't paying attention, you always see Jin grabbing them and dragging them off stage.
Yes,
and so I think he's just built for that role.
That's really good. I think I could definitely see him as the person in the pit, also telling the conductor when to start playing the music. That's his only job. It's nope, too long. Start playing them off. Get them off the stage. Taking a weird delight in making them cutting their speeches short.
I love it. I feel it was he doesn't take a lot of things. He doesn't seem to take a lot of things seriously. I think he takes a lot of things very seriously.
Yes,
but
definitely.
I feel this is one thing that he would take pride in taking way too seriously.
Yes.
It's time, wrap it up.
He could straight up host an award show by himself and be delightful at it. I just would rather see him doing something that's more chaotic because that's the version of Jin that makes my heart just swell to 6 times its size.
Yes. All right, Yoongi.
He would be the kind of person I am, which is the person hate watching from home, where criticizing everything about the award show, the fashion, the clips, the way they have it structured, the commercial breaks, literally criticizing everything, but you're sitting on the couch in sweatpants, just drinking wine by yourself with your cat and just being this is terrible. But you watch the whole thing. And you're trolling them on Twitter. You're trolling all the winners on Twitter. I just feel he would be happier at home than the actual award show, and he would be most happy of all, just being able to let loose,
I think
his
that's
opinions.
A great answer.
What'd you say?
He would be the janitor. He would just be
Okay. I had that exact thought where I'm picturing him backstage waiting for it to end.
Yes, just being hey, guys, go home. He could care less what is happening. He doesn't care who's there. He's I'm here to do I'm getting paid to perform a function. Leave so I can do it.
I'm not kidding. I had that exact mental image the minute I started thinking about him. I'm like, oh, this guy is waiting forever to get out of there. That's perfect.
All right, J-Hope.
He would be a person in the crowd of nominees who's that, like, unsuspecting cutaway who every time they, like, cut to him, he's like, oh, like not ready. Or it's like at that moment when somebody's giving like a really intense political statement in their speech and then cut to J-Hope and he's just like, like, why are you cutting to me? Jin's up in the director's booth just waiting for J-Hope to not be paying attention. It's like, quick, take J-Hope, go! That's who I think.
My answer won't even come close to that.
Why?
I just had that he would be like a backup actor, a backup dancer, a backup something. He would still be on stage. He'd still be performing an act of entertainment somehow. He just wouldn't be in the spotlight, but he'd be fine with it, and he'd be giving it his all and looking fine.
Yes.
I love your answer, though. That is a good answer, Megan.
It's probably because he's frequently that person in real life where, like, they cut to him and he's just like, oh.
So, can I share a story with you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So, there is this local, we'll call it a talk show. It's like a local version of Oprah.
I know exactly
you know what I'm
you're
talking
talking about.
And they used to have a live studio audience. So, when I was younger, like, middle school, very self-conscious age, we all went. I think it was my church or my 4-H group or something. We all went with our moms. And I was that person in the crowd because I can't even believe I'm admitting this. I was on camera once, and my mom was so proud because we got on camera. I was freaking picking my nose. And for like months, my mom was like, did you see Becca on this show? And she would play it. I'd be like, no. Because it was literally like me being like, I don't know what happened
like
to that.
all the way up there.
I hope somebody threw that away. But the funniest part is when I got older and I started my own blog, I frequently am a guest on that show now. So I feel like it's like my way to redeem myself, but
God,
yeah.
I really want someone to dig up that tape more than you could ever know. Like, it's my new life goal to see that clip because that sounds so wonderful.
And I even remember thinking like, oh, commercial break's coming. I should not touch my nose.
But it's like reverse psychology where your hand is like, or you should touch it right now. You're like, no, stop.
It's so bad.
It's like self-sabotage.
I bet my aunt still has it. She keeps everything. Next time you're in town, we'll call her up and see if we can watch it.
All I want for my birthday, Becca, is that tape. I want that tape.
I am that person. It's terrible.
Oh my God. I know someone else who did that, and I feel like I can't tell you how I know this person because it'll give away who it is. But he basically played football, and he was in a televised situation where he was like playing and they cut to him and it was like his only moment ever on like national television and he had his finger stuck out his nose. He's like proud of it though. He's like,
hey man,
vaguely he's very cool about it.
So next time you go on one of your tangents about like, Becca, you've got your life together, it'd be like, oh no, wait a minute. You picked your nose on TV.
Which Becca are you right now? The Becca who can conquer any industry and just rule the world, or the Becca with her finger up her nose on television?
The Becca with a finger up her nose, always.
I'm always Becca with a finger up her nose. But you know what? Being Becca with a finger up her nose still makes you Becca, and that's still a pretty good day. You're still doing pretty good. You're still doing pretty good.
If my coworkers ever hear this, that's because we're still looking for nicknames because there's so many Beccas in my office. I'm just gonna be Becca with a finger up her nose.
I'm just gonna like type out a suggestion for your company and just send it straight to HR. Be like, hey, really important memo for you. That's so wonderful. I'm so happy that happened.
You're welcome, guys. All right, RM.
I have that he's the guy guarding the envelopes
No, you don't!
Yes! Is that what you have? Yes!
That's exactly what I had.
Yes.
Because I was thinking of the La La Land mix-up, and I was like, he would mess it up. He would be he's the one smart guy who we think could handle this job, and he would mess it up.
See, I thought the opposite, where I was like, he's not going to let anybody, he's going to take it like way too seriously, and nobody's going to get anywhere near those envelopes, because like, he's taking this very seriously. It's like he thinks of the envelopes like the members. He knows where they are at all times. He is unfortunately responsible for them, and he does not know what they are going to do.
And he's like, hey guys, keep your fingers out of your nose.
Envelope roll call. Who's got their fingers in their nose? Stop. Enough.
I can't even say it.
Fingers,
where are your fingers?
Did we ever tell that story?
No, before you guys think we're being dirty. We're not being dirty.
Well, we are.
My daughter used to play this game at bedtime. She would just make up silly games, and it was like, color, favorite color, what's your favorite color? Like, that was the game.
Wait,
and I would say,
quick.
My favorite color is blue. And the next night, color, favorite color, what's your favorite color? It's still blue.
Becca would text me like, guess what, Megan? We played color. What's your favorite color last night? Spoiler alert, it's still blue.
It's still blue.
And I'm just cracking up.
One night, out of the blue, she came up with a game. Fingers, where are your fingers? It's because she knew I used to pick my nose on national TV.
She's coming back to haunt you through your children. But the best part of that would be like, I don't know why I was so delighted with fingers, where are your fingers? But I was. And so I would text Becca in the middle of the day out of nowhere and be like, hey, I have a super quick question for you. Do you have a second? And she'd be like, yeah, what's up? Is everything okay? And I'd be like, fingers, where are your fingers? She'd be like, Megan, I have a job.
I am so delighted we got to bring back fingers, where are your fingers? It's been months.
I had totally forgotten about fingers, where are your fingers? And it was maybe the highlight of 2018 for me. It was fingers, where are your fingers?
I totally forgot about that game. Oh.
I'm like heating up from laughing.
What a treat. All right, Jimin.
I have that he's the presenter that goes off script, who like gets out there and is like reading the teleprompter. Then he like kind of like turns to the other person presenting and he smiles and you're like, oh my god, no, oh my god, he's gonna like just like ad lib, and he goes off script and it's fine, but for a hot second you're like, this could go so badly because no one knows what he's gonna say and this is live. It's so stressful.
I can't watch award shows live. I cannot do it. We have to record them, and I have to fast forward. I get too stressed out.
Yes, they're so cringy now. They're so cringy.
But I guess that makes good TV. People like disasters.
Oh, God. I can't do it either. I mean, I watch them, but the whole time I'm like, why is this happening?
I just said he would be the host. Looks fly in a suit.
Tux all day for Jimin.
Tux all day. I don't care what he's saying because I'm not listening. He's just taking it all in. He looks great.
If you guys haven't seen the pictures of him from the first night of the Golden Disc Awards this past week, you should. Back to the Okies. You should check them out because they are. It's an excellent photo pictorial, whatever you want to go. They're real good. He looks very handsome.
Okay, V.
Fashion commentator on the red carpet.
Girl, I had reporter on the red carpet, and he would be so delighted, like, ooh, yes. Who are you wearing?
He would be like so positive and nice and I wish he was the red carpet reporter because that's the worst part of award shows because it's definitely the cringiest part. But V would make it so nice.
He would be so nice. Fun and delightful and sweet and innocent, and it would be like amazing. Genuine.
Yes. It's not like see or be seen. He is delighted to be doing this. I think he would be great.
I feel like we're having the same thing. We've had the same thing now 1, 2, 3, 3 people in a row, and I bet we'll have the same thing for Jungkook.
Our brains have fused. I have camera up.
Oh, very similar, but a little different. All right, explain.
It just seems right. I feel like mostly it seems right because if Jin is directing, then he's screaming at Jungkook the whole time. And you know JK would be that guy who's like, gonna go get the hard to get shot.
Oh,
like,
yeah. And Jin's like, this is a straightforward wide shot.
Yeah.
Stop.
Jin is like, we're not even on you right now.
He would just be a photog on the red carpet. Gets to wear all black. Mm-hmm. Kind of blend in. Just take a lot of photos, which he really loves to do anyway. So
that would be good.
Yeah.
He'd be yelling like, V over here.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, Jimin, and Jimin would be like, hey.
Posing.
Hey, guys.
That's how I pose. If I ever become famous, every red carpet photo, the OK symbol is coming out because
I'm just gonna
people do the thumbs up. You're going to stick your finger up your nose. I'm going to do the OK symbol.
Either way, everybody knows where our fingers are. They're up there by our faces.
Oh God, I'm so happy that fingers where the fingers came up.
It's been so long. What a ridiculous game.
As a nation, as a culture, we don't ask often enough where are our fingers.
People are really gonna think we're being dirty. I swear to you, this is just a game my daughter made, and it just delights me that anything like this has ever happened.
It's like weird and funny and kind of creepy and like gross.
But it's
like, where would they be?
So it's like clearly this is an innocent thing.
So it's
but
like
just
adorable.
funny.
Like she's like, look, where are you? Like you know, like
well, she'd always hide them under
cute.
her blanket or like under her pillow, and she'd be like, fingers, where are
it's
your
adorable.
fingers?
It's freaking adorable. But when you say it, you're like, oh God.
Why?
Why?
Go say a Hail Mary. What just happened?
Why are you asking me that? Where do you think that? Who do you think I am?
I haven't thought of that game in so long.
I literally for months. It's been far too long since I've randomly texted you and made it sound like I'm going to ask you an important question.
And you'd always send a gif of like BTS or GOT7 or Big Bang holding up a hand. Like you'd always be like, where are your fingers?
God, I'm a delight. How do you get through the day without me?
All right, let's jump into our
yes.
Let's critique. Let's do what we do best. I feel like you and I are like the old guys on the Muppets now.
The Muppets,
who, like,
yes.
Get
Statler
to be crotchety
and Waldorf.
And sit above everybody and judge.
Drinking.
Let's do this. So you want to start with the Mnet Asian Music Awards, also known as MAMA.
Which, the best part of award shows, everybody knows the best part of award shows is the performances. Like, I feel like the winners at this point, who cares? Like, who cares? I mean, we care, but it's the performances that are amazing. Yes. And there were some incredible performances this year. And so, all right, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on this. I have done some casual reading trying to just understand everything. And MAMA is more than one night, and it's in different countries, which is incredible. We have no award show that spans nations here. But I just wrote down some of the big awards for this one. And I'm going to say Wikipedia kind of compared it to the MTV Video Music Awards. Okay. And I did look up how they score stuff. And like each category is scored differently. But there's a percentage of votes. There's a percentage from a judge panel, a percentage of digital sales, and a percentage from physical album sales. Like, are things, or like one of them, there's like music video views globally go into it, social media votes go into it. There's like, it's such a complex thing. Soompi has a whole article explaining each category and how it's selected, basically. So if you want to know more about it, that's where I went. But I like watch all these performances and get all excited about the grand prizes. I had never looked into how it's actually scored, and that's how it's scored. It's very complicated.
So it's kind of a mixed bag, you're saying. What I find fascinating, so okay, are there or are there not people pre-selected to choose between? Or is it just everybody is...
So it depends on the category. So for example, with Mama, there are, like, what's the first award you want to talk about? Because I can tell you who's...
Let's go the big one. Let's do Album of the Year.
Okay, so Album
Love
of the
Yourself
Year...
Tear by BTS won.
Mm-hmm. And there was, like, 5 or 6... Where is it? 5 or 6 options. Okay, they don't even have that one listed here. So basically, for Song of the Year, there are like, it's so many. An Artist of the Year, it seems like it's anybody who has released music within the timeline that like voting exists. So if they released music last year, they were up for Album of the Year.
Interesting.
Essentially.
So if you and I released an album, would we have been like...
I think if anyone listened to it, yes. Yes, we would have been.
Fingers crossed. Counted. Where are your fingers?
Fingers, they're crossed. But basically, like, if you look at Soompi's website for Song of the Year, there's at least 24.
Wow, okay.
Songs. So, yes, BTS won, but I'm assuming, like, all the big hitters who released music last year were also up for the award. And that one, I can tell you... I think it's interesting that all of these, unlike a lot of American award shows or Western award shows, all of these have some level of like fan input, as opposed to just industry insiders or whatever.
You know what?
Album of the Year.
Could we get down to like brass tacks real quick?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I find most funny about these award shows?
What?
And I get that we're all from different cultures, so we're all gonna do things very differently. When I watch a lot of these, I kind of feel like I'm at a prom, and here's why. Let me explain. So my high school prom was at a roller skating rink, where it was like a big circle, and that was the dance floor, and then all the parents could come, like when the king and queen were announced, and they would all stand like behind the circle, and then... So, like, all the students were on the roller skating rink, and all the parents were, like, lining it where the walls are.
Were you wearing roller skates?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you didn't roller skate at the prom. You just danced on your 2 feet and your fingers. And, sorry, don't choke.
You did that on purpose.
But
get me back.
I kind of feel like these award shows, like, when I watch an American award show, I feel like it's all glitz and glam. If there are everyday normal people there, they're so far up and hidden, you can't see them. The cameras will never show the fans. They just showed like the famous fancy people who are all there to like hobnob and get awards or are there to boost their own popularity. But I feel like these award shows, it's like a little rink where there's all these famous people. And then it's like thousands of fans, like just all fans all over the place. And I just feel like I'm at my high school prom where it's like, it's like really, really fancy, incredibly luxurious people in this tiny little circle. And then there's just crazy fans wearing blue jeans all over the place.
It seems to me like the difference is when you do an award show, like in the US, which is all I really know, it's for the people being nominated for awards. It's like for the actors and actresses. It's for the groups. But these, like Mama and the Melon Music Awards and the Golden Disc Awards, feels like it's for fans still. Like it's a concert. It's like a huge concert as opposed to like the Tonys. Sure, it's fun to watch the performances, but like it's still for the people who are on Broadway. Like that's it. It's an industry thing.
I just think it's fascinating. It's just something I always notice where I'm like, that's so bizarre to me that there's so few celebrities here. It's just the people who are pretty much going to win, and then there's just fans.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. I had never thought about that, but you're right. They're packed full of fans from all the different.
Maybe our award shows would
too.
be a lot less awkward if we did it that way, because I feel like when you have that many celebrities, it's just this level of who is supposed to look at who and who's supposed to talk when, and then people are trying to like keep up their image and they end up being really awkward. And people that normally are like act and have a script do terrible when they ad lib, and it's like, oh, this is
Well, and I feel
uncomfortable.
like we've just come to a place in the world where we have less patience for that kind of like hobnobbing celebrities, where it used to be glamorous and exciting, but now like all of that is gone because of social media and stuff. We know what idiots they all are, so we're just like, I don't care who you're talking to or what you're doing. Like, I like looking at pretty dresses and handsome tuxedos, but like overall, I really don't care about this. Like, why do you need an award? Why are we celebrating you? You didn't do anything. You pretended for 2 hours. Like,
Pretended.
yeah. But I mean, I still watch them. But no, that's a really good point. It does feel like it's way more for the fans, as with everything with K-pop versus like what we know of Western music. We've kind of talked about before. It's like very fan based. Like, what do you want? How can we reach out to you? How can we make your experience better?
Yes.
It's very different. I will say album of the year for Mama is 40% judge panel, Korean and international, 60% physical album sales. So there's no voting involved with album of the year.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So that's one that's specific.
Shocker, guys. We could go down the whole list and read them. BTS won quite a few things. Maybe we should pick categories where they did not win some things, and you can tell me if you think you agree with those decisions or not.
I definitely do think that they try to spread it out a little bit, though.
I was shocked. When you sent me the results, I was like, wow, I guess I just assumed because BTS is on fire, they would have won more.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they should have.
Right.
Honestly, there's a couple things on here where I'm like, I don't know if I would have thought they would have won that. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Can I do the... Okay, so for example, best music video. Idol won, which is a BTS song. We were playing this game today when we were texting back and forth about, hey, what's your favorite hype song at the end of an album? And Idol was one of the options. And I was like, hey, for an added level of fun, only text me back using emojis and let's see if I can guess what your answer is. And Megan just sent like 40 drafts. And I was like, oh, Idol, I get that one.
Because we all know I was very fixated on the giraffes in that video. Because it's like, what's with the giraffe? It's like the chicken in 30 but 17. What's with the giraffe? What's going on with the giraffes? And so that's like, I like that video a lot. And the song has grown on me like 1,000 times since it came out. And I really love it. But at first, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't know, best music video? I don't know if I agree with that. But then I was trying to think of one I liked better. And I couldn't really think of one that stole my heart this year.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I just thought, it was a great music video. Creatively speaking, it's insane. I mean, you can't cram any more creativity or art into one music video, I don't think. I just thought it was like almost too much. Like I was almost like too overwhelmed where I'm like...
It is sensory overload for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot. I was
between
hoping,
that
I don't
one...
know, I'm trying to think of like a music video where there's like a story you could actually follow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like a deep story that you can actually follow along. I don't really have a good example of my thing.
I really liked the video for, and this will come up again because it won a bunch of awards too, but the video for Love Scenario.
Oh, I love that music video.
I love that music video also. But I was like, is it better than Idol? Oh, it's just different than Idol. It's like completely arbitrary to me one way or the other. I also was trying to be like, do I like Idol better than Fake Love as a video? It's so different. I don't know. Like I was trying to even decide if Idol was my favorite BTS video of the year. Fake Love is definitely darker, but it's also like very visually interesting. I don't know. I guess Idol. I would probably pick Idol.
I love the way you say interesting.
Interesting.
Every time you say it, I'm like, oh, I love the way she says interesting.
I have become very not self-conscious, but aware of how I say it since you pointed out that I say it like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to point it out.
No, it's okay. It's not
I think it's great. It sounds so cool.
But yeah, I do think that the dance in Idol is really amazing and memorable. So maybe that's why I ultimately am like, yes, I accept this.
You just love that little smirk RM gives you at the beginning of that music video.
Yes, I love him at the beginning of that music video. And then that JK's yellow suit, done. And then the giraffe. It's all the things I want. RM smirking. great wardrobe for JK, and some random animal that doesn't belong there. It's the check. That's all I want. Check.
All right, so let's go to, okay, what surprised me in these results? So Song of the Year went to What Is Love by Twice. So I listened to it today. I've never heard of that song. And I follow quite a few like K-pop playlists, like hot and K-pop playlists. So I'm not always in the BTS or GOT7 or iKON or 17 bandwagons. I had not heard this song, but I'm not saying that it's not popular, but I'm just like, man, I listen to these quite frequently. You would think I would have come across it at some point.
I feel like I heard it when it first came out, and then it kind of disappeared from my radar. So I was also kind of surprised to see it, because I remember when their song Cheer Up came out, and it was like everywhere forever. And there was another one that came out right after it that was also very, very popular. Oh, TT.
Mm-hmm.
But this one didn't really like register with me. I will say Song of the Year is 20% votes, 40% judge panel, 30% digital sales, 10% physical album sales. And let me tell you who else was. Oh no, there's like a million. There's literally like a million other nominees. They beat out a million songs for this award.
Interesting.
And interesting. I'm going to look at, did you have like a Song of the Year for you that you thought?
Honestly,
there are a ton
I
of
honestly
songs
think
that...
I would. You guys know I love BTS, but I think I would pick "Love Scenario" by iKON.
Me too.
I loved that song this year. I could not get enough of it. I listened to it all the time. I thought the music video was great. I thought the choreography was fun. I don't know. I really, really liked that song.
It is exceptionally good. It is an exceptionally great song, and it ended up winning Song of the Year at multiple other award shows. And I fully 100% agree. I think it is the best song of the year. But there were like some great tracks this year, like a couple 17 songs. Oh My, do you know that one?
Mm-hmm.
That one, 123 by Sungri was on here. Roy Kim, Only
Oh, see, okay, there you go. Great example of music video of the year for me.
You're
One
right.
shot.
You're
great
right.
Story, had a theme, lots of action, had to be done quickly and precisely. That is a perfect example for me of a great music video.
123, you're right.
123.
I think that was a better music video.
How did I forget about that? Sungri, I am so sorry.
That was a great music video.
I guess I'm just upset that you didn't invite me to the hot tub with you this year.
Yeah, what's with that, buddy?
Next
I wonder
year.
if there were did they have other listed for video? Best music video, the nominees were Blackpink, Do Do Do, Twice, What Is Love, 101 Beautiful, BTS Idol, Shiny, Good Evening. So it wasn't even nominated.
You know what's funny? I don't want any Blackpink fans to hate me because I really like Blackpink. I don't think I've seen that music video. I've watched the dance practice video a million times. I don't think I've watched the actual music video for Do 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 Do.
Watched it. It wasn't especially memorable for me. I can't remember. I know there's like a part where they like make like colored chalk explode.
Oh, fun!
Those
I'm gonna
like
write it
slow
down.
motion.
It's gonna be the next thing I do after we do this because I feel bad
yeah.
that I've not
and
seen
like
that music video.
What Is Love video was a cute concept, that Twice song, because they basically recreate all these rom-coms from like the 2000s. So like there's Ghost and The Princess Diaries and Romeo and Juliet, and it's very cute. But to me, that song just was like not that memorable for me, even among their songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a perfectly fine song. So yeah, anyway.
So I think that was
What else?
I don't know. Also, so best female group went to Twice. Which also, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not listening to the right stuff, but I'm not blown away by Twice. I like Twice.
I would say in general, and this is not a criticism of their music, I feel like they fall into a category of group that is just like not really my style of music. I prefer like Red Velvet was on there, Blackpink was on there, Mamamoo, Momoland, and G-Friend, and I just like Red Velvet better. To me, Twice is like a very tight unit, and their voices are all very like tight and almost like in a similar register. Also, P.S. everyone, I don't know anything about music, so
Don't
I'm like
admit to it.
pretending
Keep
to know what I'm
going. You
talking about.
sound
Yeah.
great.
But to me, it's like very like on the same level through the whole thing, and that makes for some like super good songs and really catchy songs, and they're very talented. And they all have beautiful voices. I'm not criticizing them in that sense, but to me, I prefer something like more like a Red Velvet, where I feel like their voices are just a little more varied. So I'm like, there's like a more ups and downs to it. It's less Twice is so tight. Like they're so tight the whole time. It just feels like a
So very uniform.
uniform. Yeah. And again, like I said, that makes for some really great songs. I think Cheer Up is one of my favorite K-pop songs. I love that song. And TT, I love that song. Those songs are
You
wonderful.
love TT, which is
I
funny because
love TT.
I don't care for TT.
Not for, oh my God, I could listen to it forever. It's so
Even
catchy.
the music video. You showed me the music video and I was like, it's okay.
It's very Twice. Like it's very Twice. I feel like they do this whole thing with like it's very like costumey. Like TT is Halloween costumes. Whatever this one is. What's the one we're talking about?
No,
I don't remember what it's called.
No, they won Female Group of the Year. Are you talking about a song?
What's the song? The song that
What
won
is
the
Love?
best song. Yeah, it's like they're dressed up in costumes. It's like slumber party. Like I don't know. They're very cute.
I don't know, and maybe because I loved Girls' Generation, I feel like they're kind of very similar.
Yeah.
But I feel like Girls' Generation was like, we can have more fun. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're an older group. I just felt like
I do think
they had more personality, maybe.
I try to remind myself that Twice is like a fairly new group still, so maybe they're still kind of like developed, but they're like, they skyrocketed to stardom.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like they debuted and Cheer Up was a great track, and they just like they peaked and they haven't ever, they've like either plateaued or kept going up. They've never dived back down. Yeah. They're just so popular. And I get it. It's super catchy. We're just saying, not like the first group that I go to when I want to just sit and listen, but all right, hey. They're doing fine without us.
I'm not going to turn it off. Yeah.
No, and they're doing fine without us.
All right. So let's move down. Do you want to go to the Melon Music Awards, or do you have any like other real standouts for Mama?
No, not really. No, we're good. Love Scenario did win a category called Vocal Performance Group, and I have no idea what that means, but they did win an award, and obviously Becca and I are very partial to that song. But then Melon, which is online voting, digital sales, and judges score, all goes in there. It was the same where we had, let's see. Let me close Mama. So
close Mama, Megan.
Sorry, we're closing
Mama.
Best artist again went to BTS, and so this I do have. It was EXO, BTS, 101, BTOB, iKON, Mamamoo, Twice, Blackpink, A-Pink. I cannot say this group's name. I don't even want to say it because I'm going to say it so wrong. It's BOLBBALGAN 4. I can't do it. It's like the other day when I was trying to say Worcestershire sauce. And like I just can't do it. Worcestershire sauce. So Worcestershire sauce.
Megan, really quick. Where are your fingers?
Okay. Bubblegum 4. I don't know how to say it. I see them all the time, and their music is so fun. Never figured out how to say their name, so that's great. Anyway, BTS won. Very stacked category, very difficult stuff. They also won. Okay, so there's a difference between album of the year and record of the year. BTS won album of the year. They were up against EXO, 101, Winner, iKON, Mamamoo, Blackpink, Bubblegum 4, Camila Cabello, who did Havana, and then Hayes.
Wait, what?
Hayes. Yeah, she's on the list.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, she must have just been like massively popular in this market.
I love that song.
Yeah, so her album was also up, but BTS won for that one. But then, this is where best song went to Icon's Love Scenario, and it was up against Fake Love, BTOB's Only One for Me, Red Velvet. Oh, there's like a million. There's a million.
Okay, so I have a very serious question. Something that's upsetting me greatly.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I did not see Winner in any of these categories, and I'm pretty sure Every Day was released in April of this year. Were they not nominated for anything?
They were nominated for Best Album. Every Day was.
And that was it.
Because
I know you don't. I know you don't agree with me. I thought Every Day was an amazing song. I loved it so much, and I think you had more issues with the music video maybe than the song.
No, I just didn't like the song.
Oh, I loved it. I love the whole album.
I never even watched the video.
Oh, Megan.
I know, and I do love Winner. They
you
were
should.
Nominated.
Oh my gosh, Megan! It's seriously, it's the four of them, and they're like at this beautiful beach house, and they're dancing on the beach, and they're dancing by the pool, and they're dancing in this mansion, and it's like every woman of every size, shape, color, nationality is represented in this music video. Like one of the main women that dances her heart out is like a very thick girl, like not your stereotypical K-pop skinny idol body type. And I loved this music video. I love the music video. I love the song. I'm a little miffed that it's not on any of these lists. Not gonna lie.
It was nominated for Best Rap Hip Hop Award, but so was Fake Love and Love Scenario. So riddle me that one.
Interesting.
It was also I mean, they do have like a handful of nominations. Yeah, some of their, I don't know. I feel like they've like gone a new direction, kind of.
Winner? Oh yeah, absolutely.
and I feel like it's like, I know some people like are totally on board, and I'm just sort of like, but I miss Baby.
Oh, see, but I feel like they're evolving. I feel like they're more worldly now. I feel like they're getting more of every culture into their music, and I think that's great. This
is the problem with Winner. They released Really Really, which is a perfect song from start to finish, and now I will judge everything they do afterward up against Really Really, and nothing will ever compare to Really Really. No matter, not even just Winner, anybody. I think Really Really is just such a perfect song that I feel like, yeah, I just want another Really Really, and that's like asking for somebody to catch lightning in a bottle again. So that's my problem with Winner.
Well, I loved it. I'm sad they weren't on any of the Winner lists.
They weren't on Best Artist.
Literally, their name is Winner. Give them one thing.
They weren't nominated
just for the
for
pun
Best
of
Artist,
bone. Just let somebody say in the winner is Winner. Like, what is so hard about that?
They won Best Album, and they won not won. They were nominated for Best Album. And
all right,
a couple other things.
Accept that answer.
And I'm just looking at Melon Music Awards right now. I haven't looked at the other ones. So,
well,
I'm
all
sorry.
Right. Can I also get this off my chest? And I don't come for me, guys. Let's talk about 101. They're fine. Mm-hmm. You, I think, introduced me to the song Energetic, and you're like, I think you'll love the song. I don't love the song. And I'm not completely blown away by any of their music. So when I saw them on, like, listed as a lot of winners for some of these categories, I was really surprised. I don't know, call me crazy. They're just not my cup of tea. I can't even put my finger on why. Today at work, I went to Spotify, I listened to their top like 15 or 16 songs, like a solid hour and then some of just 101 songs. I don't know. I really tried. I want to get on board that train because I feel like a lot of people love them. It's just not my cup of tea.
Don't worry about it now because they've disbanded.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess there you go. So how did they handle this at the award show?
Well, it's like a complicated setup because they're like a whole different thing where they were like formed from like different companies as like a super group kind of thing. And then we always knew they had like an expiration date essentially. So
did
basically,
they send out a memo about this? How is a working mother of 3 supposed to know these things?
They basically were allowed to like the contract ended on December 31st. They finished up the year-end shows. They conclude activities with a final concert held across 4 days, ending on January 27, 2018 in Seoul. I stand by
You are
energetic.
fascinating me right now. I know we have listeners who love, like, are so deep into K-pop. Somebody please explain this to us. Please email or tweet or Facebook something. Because honestly, I feel like that's a terrible business model.
It was like winners of a survival show.
But who would ever follow? If I was watching a survival show, a reality show of some kind, and they're like, hey, we're going to create this super group, why would I ever be fans of them if they're like, oh, P.S., in 5 or 6 months, they're just done? Like, why would anybody follow them?
Think about, like, the Traveling Wilburys or, like, one of those groups where it's just, like, a bunch of people from bands that come together for, like, an album, and you're like, it's all my favorite people, and people go nuts for them. But it's, like, a temporary thing.
Yes, I do love the Traveling Wilburys.
I liked Energetic, and I think, like, a couple of their videos were fun. I also wasn't blown away by their music. Like, I didn't really listen to them other than I really liked that one song a lot.
So, like, what company produced this music? Were they all from different companies?
By CJ through the show. And then they were debuted under Swing Entertainment and CJ. But then they all have, like, different companies. I think some of them belong to different groups. I don't 100% know.
You're blowing my mind right now. I don't know how I didn't know this.
Super complicated. But all of them are going to, like, continue to... Okay, so, like, one of them was a child actor, musical debut as a member of another group, Korea's Got Talent winner, another member of another group. So it's, like, just, like, people from all these different places. And they're going to go do their own things now. So they're still, like, active. Right. They've made a name for themselves now. But yes, it was definitely a different model than I am used to. It looks like their brand recognition was huge.
They just weren't in my wheelhouse, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's all right. We can all like different things. It's fine. So I did want to get your opinion. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, but they're done now, so you'll never have to see them again, Becca.
Well, until they do another award show or another reality show.
You never know.
Tell me your thoughts on Best Dance Award for Females. Went to your favorite song, Megan.
I don't have anything to say.
Do. I love that song. I don't know how you don't like it. I wish you liked it.
I don't hate it. I mean, the best I can say for it is, like, it gets stuck in my head a lot. Yeah, I just don't love it. I don't know. I guess I've watched, I don't think I've seen the dance, so I can't comment on the dance.
Great. All their dances are great, though.
Yeah, they're like, 101 isn't for you. Blackpink's just not my cup of tea. I just don't, it's just not for me.
That's okay.
I also did not see Boomerang, and they won Best Dance Award in 101 Boomerang. I think I tried to watch all these dances, and I missed that one. So
I did look that up at work today too. I'll admit, not bad.
Did you watch the Best Music Video?
I didn't like the song, but the dance. But the dancing is good.
Yeah. I would say Energetic. Part of the reason I liked it is because I liked the video, because I thought that the choreography was good, or like their vibe is good. They're very, good. And Kang Daniel is, like, a very handsome man. Everybody talks about him. Anyway, did you watch the Best Music Video winner? It was G-Friend. Is that how you say it? G-Friend? I've read all of these names a million times, and I'm still, like, not even sure if I'm saying it right.
That's how I would say it.
But the song was Time for the Moon Night.
I did watch it. Did you have a chance to?
Yeah, I did.
What were your thoughts?
Okay. It was fine. I feel like I was watching a remake of Spring Day.
Yes.
With women, where it was like...
Yes.
I kept thinking the whole time, like, I hope this song is on an OST because I feel like it would be, like, the most emotionally impactful song ever if I was, like, watching a beautiful show. But I guess I didn't watch it with subtitles, so I don't know if what was happening in the video reflected, like, the lyrics of the song. But again, to me, it was like, I don't know, there were like 1, 2, 3, right off the top of our heads is another video where it like really stood out to me, and I don't know why this one necessarily stood out to people.
Is it because Sungri's older?
I don't know.
Are we being ageist right now? Is that the right
Are
term?
we?
No,
Are we
I
being?
meant the
industry.
We. Yes.
Are
people
I'm trying to see if I can find
practicing ageism and just being mean because he's a little bit older? Is he even 30?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he's a baby.
Yeah, I think he's still his late 20s. I can't see who else was nominated for that.
I don't know.
What do you think?
It surprised me, but
okay,
so for Melon, it's online voting, digital sales, and judges' scores. What are the percentages?
They don't list them. I don't have them listed here.
So we don't know. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, honestly, I think award shows are super boring when one group wins everything. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like after the year they've had, I hate to keep saying it, but I feel like BTS could have won a lot of these categories.
Yeah.
So if it's just a general judges score, digital sales, online votes, sure. Give it to somebody else. But after watching that music video, I was not
blown away.
I didn't think like, oh, that's an award-winning music video. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a bigger theme underneath it that I don't know about.
And that was what I was going to say is I'm not that familiar with that group. So there could be like a whole thing that I just went right over my head and I'm being really unfair. I do think that part of the problem with this is there are like so many outstanding groups in K-pop right now that I can't even compare it to watching an American award show because I feel like there's like 4 people I'm impressed with here. And so I'm like, of course so-and-so wins it every year because like, whatever. But I kind of get here where I'm like, oh man, it could go to anybody because they all had exceptional years. But I do agree that I feel like BTS was on kind of a different level this year. But that's also partially because of the global exposure and like how much airtime they got all over the world. So it's just like almost like you can't compare it. I don't know. It's so complicated.
Well, and that's
if they had won everything, I wouldn't have been surprised.
We've talked before about GOT7 is more. GOT7 themselves have said we are more popular in other countries than we are in South Korea. So is it one of those things where like, if BTS is doing all this exposure all over the world, they're not seen as much in South Korea right now? I don't know. I don't know how you can't not see them no matter where you live. Because they're kind of, even in America, like, shoved in our faces right now.
They're everywhere.
Which I'm loving.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know.
It does feel kind of confusing, where it's like they win. There was one where they won best album, but they didn't win best artist. And I guess that those don't have to go hand in hand, but I'm almost like, what? Like, really? I feel like that's sort of up far and away, like the amount of, even just like what they've produced this year has been, I don't know. I don't know.
But honestly, how does it work if you release more than one album in a year? Did they release
more that's
than
tricky too. Yes,
because then you're like competing against yourself.
So for the Mama, they won for Tear, best album for Tear. Melon, they won album for Tear, but the Golden Disc Awards, which just happened, they won for Answer.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like it's so complicated. And there are so many award shows. That's the other thing.
One of our questions today, when we were texting this game, was your favorite outro. Two go in, only one can survive.
Oh,
outro
man.
we're like, or outro Tear. And Megan was like defiant, like hands down, no questions. What was your answer, Megan?
We're straying into really controversial territory because I feel like I'm pretty open with my opinions.
Oh, I'm not going to call you out. I just mean, what was your...
No.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about everyone else because this is like statistically everybody goes freaking crazy for outro Tear. It's a skip for me. It's not my favorite song. I think Her is like probably my top 3 BTS songs ever. I think it's like a perfect song and I could listen to it over and over. Tear, it's fine. And I'm saying that knowing some of the people who are nearest and dearest to me in the world would have that song tattooed to their stomach if they had an option. Like,
I love
so does Jeff. It's like Jeff's favorite. Jeff loves that song, except for the way
when
you and I
told me
with
he
dramas,
loved it today. I was like, I just appreciate him on a whole new level today.
On a whole new level, I know his favorite BTS songs are like all the ones that I'm very meh about, which is so weird. It's
really. Do you like Cypher
so
Part 4?
I do like Cypher Part 4, but I prefer Part 3.
Really?
I would take Part 3 over Part 4 for sure.
Look at us learn things about each other.
I am definitely in the minority. Like, I feel like unpopular opinion, Megan, because I feel like it would be hard. I would be hard pressed to find. I can't think of anyone who would agree with me, quite honestly, that I know that listens to BTS. I feel like they would all punch me in the face in the middle of this conversation. Yeah.
I don't think so. We're a
Hey,
loving
anybody
crew.
out there who prefers outro Her and also Cypher Part 3 and also what else did we talk about? That's the most controversial one for sure. That's, as far as I'm concerned, is the outros, the rap line songs. But you know what? My baby Dang would just like wipe the floor with all of them if you ask me.
I do love Dang.
I love that song. That song speaks to my soul in a way that I can't explain.
So, Megan, I think to wrap this up, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw out a category. I think we should each pick what we think should win for this specific category. Are you game?
Okay. Yeah, totally.
Do you have any other thoughts, though, before?
No, other than I do have to admit I like watching these award shows more than I like watching others because I do think that there are more surprises than...
Oh, I would absolutely agree
all
with
award,
you on
they
that.
say...
Yeah. And maybe it's
all
because
award shows are rigged and...
They don't have, like, contenders. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these, it's you don't know who's really nominated for these awards. You just kind of go in and maybe that's part of the surprise.
And I do think it like means more kind of to me because when a group that you really like that you've followed for a long time wins a grand prize, like just me, it's so much more exciting than like my favorite artist winning a Grammy. And I don't know why. I feel like partially it's because with music, I was never all that excited about award shows until I got into K-pop. I don't know why. I could not tell you why. But maybe it's because
music award shows over TV or movies for some reason. I think I just like the live performances, maybe.
Which is smart because it's much better. But I was the kid who would adult woman who would sit on my couch with wine and my cat and like live tweet everything that was happening at the Oscars and the Golden Globes and the Emmys. No. But then I got into K-dramas.
I couldn't do any of that. I was too uncomfortable. I was like, they're going to say something they're going to regret. I can't watch this train wreck happen. You could see somebody that you're like, I'm pretty sure they're intoxicated. Why are they even there? They're going to make a disaster. Ugh, I can't do live shows.
I feel like I could care less now, and it's so funny because it's like, well, unless BTS is at this award show, I'm not watching. Which is a real thing since they show up at all the award shows in the U.S. now, and that's great.
We'll take it.
Works for me.
All right, I am going to throw out some categories. I just want to know who you think should win. There's no right or wrong. We're all friends here. So here we go. Album of the year. Megan, what do you got?
I would say I would pick personally Answer.
What group is that?
By BTS.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Love Yourself Answer by BTS. What about you? Also, to be very transparent, that's the only album I listened to this year.
Okay.
Other than Tear.
I'm going to go off script.
Oh, you're being a real Jimin right now.
I am. I think I would have to pick Return by iKON. Not that I didn't love the BTS albums, because I really did. But if I were to look at the albums that I listened to from start to finish throughout the year, It was definitely Icon over
That's
and over
awesome.
and over again.
Um,
I
Love
still remember when our
Scenario.
friend Irene texted us that morning. She's like, "You guys, the new Icon album is out," and she was so excited. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen to it right now!" And it was a good day for Becca.
You're better at like giving albums a chance than I am. I feel like I probably listen to it one or two times and then I kind of move on, which isn't always enough time for it to really marinate into a place where I'm like, oh, I appreciate what this is.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, again, I stand by Love Scenario was my favorite song of the year. I loved it. But the rest of the album, I couldn't name another song on the album.
And I will be fair, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that Return was released in like January of last year. So it kind of like came in right after the new year. So that might be part of the reason I listened to it so many more times, because
Yeah,
I've had more
you had
time
more time with it.
But I still love it. I still
That's
love it.
awesome. That's
I love
great.
that.
Have you listened to their new song? They just released a new song.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, it's good.
I really like Icon, guys. I'm really getting on the Icon.
They're great. Love Scenario is like a perfect song. I think that song is perfect. I love the video too.
There's so many songs. Hang on, let me pull up my list. For all the people who have not listened to Icon before, few of my favorite songs. Love Scenario is definitely one of them. I love Best Friend. I also love the song So Best Friend is a good one. I also love the song Don't Forget. And I also really like the song Just Go, which I think is more of like a radio-y sounding song. Of those recommendations, Just Go is like my least go-to, but I do still like it a lot.
I listen to their song Airplane a lot, and I think that's from like their first mini album or something. But that's a really good song.
Yeah. So
whenever
for me,
it comes on,
I would win Album of the Year.
Gotcha.
Don't come for me. Don't think a lot of people would agree with me on that, and that's okay.
Our listeners are chill AF.
And
I feel
fit.
Yeah, they're chill and fit.
Fit.
They're not here to fight. They're just here we're just here to have fun, as Michael Bluth of Arrested Development would say. Yes, we're here to just be open and enjoy each other's company.
All right, so Artist of the Year.
I'm sorry, I'm a basic B.
You're a basic
BT. I'm a basic BTS. It just they were the Artist of the Year for me personally, and I think they deserve it. I think that they did some incredible things this year, and that's not to minimize what other groups did, because there was a lot of great music this year. But they win for me. They changed my life.
I will agree with you. Write it down. Write it down right now. We agree on something.
Oh my god. I feel like I should change my...
Don't get used to it, guys. It's not going to happen very often. So I will agree with you on that.
It's funny because in life, we agree on like basically every important thing. We're like always on the same page on the big issues. But like when it comes to entertainment, we're not the same.
It's because we're some of the fortunate few in the world who have all of our basic needs met, and we can only worry about these minute things in life. So,
yep, that's true.
We'll look at something from a positive angle. All right, yeah. I'm going to skip Best Male Group because I feel like we'll both say the same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, no, go. So you probably picked BTS.
Yeah, I did. I picked them. I picked BTS.
Okay, don't call me crazy again. I think I go 17.
Okay, I'm also pandering because we only know... Who? What?
17. I would pick 7. I would pick 17. Can you still hear me? Do I need to do fingers?
Yeah, I can hear you.
17.
I tried listening to 17, and I don't know that I've given them like my full attention. So I haven't really gotten into them, but like I can neither confirm nor deny that they are great.
They are good.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
Let me send some music videos. I think you're more of a visual person. Let me send some music videos your day.
This is the other problem. This is like a huge problem with all of this. I only really listen to / watch BTS all year, so I can't weigh in on any of this. It is not fair for me to be making any sort of critique on any of this music, because I don't even know like 90% of these songs. Even groups who I deeply love did not get my full attention this year. Like, this is my formal apology to GOT7, who I loved long before I was this obsessed with BTS. I did not give me the attention you deserved this year, and I'm going to try to make that right in 2019. I'm going to try to, like, open my mind and be a little more out there than I was, because I was very laser focused in 2018.
Well, I would say if you would like to give 17 a shot, Megan, which I think
I do want to. Yes.
You should Google the Don't Wanna Cry music video.
Don't want to cry.
Get ready for those body rolls.
Oh, you had me at body rolls. Hear that, Jungkook? That's what you're up against in 2019. I got body rolls.
All right, best female group.
I feel like, again, it's not really fair because I didn't listen to all of the groups that would have qualified. I'm a Red Velvet fan. I love Red Velvet. I pick them.
Yeah,
but that's mostly just because I didn't listen to very much else.
I'd have to go with Blackpink. And here's the thing I'm struggling with. I don't feel like they don't have a catalog of music. I mean, I don't even know why I'm picking them. I think they're great. I think they're beautiful. They're super talented. I love music, their voices. Yeah. I do. I'm drawn to all of them. I think their music is fun, but I wish they had like a legit catalog of music, and I just don't feel like it's developed. So I really don't feel like it's fair to give that award to them, but that's it's my award show in my own head, and that's what I'm doing.
This is like a semi-related thing, but I do want to say that I started watching a lot of Sunmi like toward the middle of the year because I kept hearing people talk about her, and she's a solo artist, but I really was into her this year too. I thought she won a couple of awards
at these shows.
And she performed also, and she is a powerful performer, like very, very awesome. So I feel like if I could pick just like a solo female, I would pick her.
All right. So let's go to best music video.
Oh man, I might say 1-2-3.
I'm going to totally say 1-2-3.
Because I loved Idol. I loved Fake Love. There were like a handful of videos. Dean's Instagram video. I loved that video.
Oh, that was a great video.
It was really good, right? Yeah, it did. Yeah. It did come out this year. But I just really, 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 really loved 1-2-3. Like, it was like a shot of adrenaline in a year of kind of depressing stuff. Mm-hmm. There were a couple GOT7 music videos that were great this year, too.
When did Hard Carry come out? Was that this year?
No, like 2015, 2016.
Oh my gosh, am I that far behind?
Wait, let me check.
That's still one of my favorite music videos. I love,
a great video.
Dance Practice. I love the Dance Practice. The music video is
2 years ago. 2 years ago it came out.
Bummer.
But like, when did Teenager come out? Because I talk about that one all the time. A year ago. So is that like 2017?
I hope you're ramping up for something amazing this year.
Have you watched their like Christmassy video that they did?
I have, yes.
So sweet and lovely. This came out in 2017, so it doesn't count.
Well, I would say definitely for me it was 1-2-3 Best Hungry, because that was one of those few songs where if it came on my iTunes or my Spotify, I would immediately go to the closest computer and turn on the music video, because I just felt like I had to watch it. It's so much fun.
Yes.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's Sungri from Big Bang, and the music video is just called 1-2-3.
Oh, got so much fun. Lullaby video is really good too.
Fun.
Yeah, you're right, because it was like one of the only ones where I was like, this is like a concept.
Yeah.
This is like a whole thing that they're doing, and it's delightful. That's a great video.
Let's go to I really have no idea what you're going to say here, but let's go to Song of the Year.
Love Scenario.
Really? You would pick Love Scenario?
Yeah, absolutely.
For me personally, I think I would pick Every Day. But I know it's not your cup of tea.
Hey, girl, you do you.
Go for it. I love that song. Anytime it comes on, it makes me feel all the things. So
really,
I'm gonna go with Every Day. I really like that song.
That's awesome. Yeah. No,
She's like, you're wrong.
No,
that's
you're
awesome.
Wrong. Yeah, that's a terrible answer. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a terrible answer
How
at all.
dare you feel those feelings?
How dare you like something that I don't like? And it's not that I don't like it. Oh my God, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that it wasn't my favorite. And I just deeply, deeply loved Love Scenario. I feel like I listened to that song one time and it was just like, this is the song I've been waiting for in my life.
Well, that's how I feel about Best Friend and Don't Forget, and go listen to those songs. Seriously, just go listen to the Return album from start to finish. I don't think you will be disappointed.
So do you
tomorrow,
like
if you're
those
traveling,
songs?
put it on your, just download it through Spotify or something and just listen to it on your plane ride. It's so good.
Do you
listen
like
to
those
them in
songs
order.
better than Love Scenario?
Ooh. No.
No,
I
I'm
love
just
Love
curious.
Scenario. But they're right
Yeah.
up there. They're right up there with it.
That's great. I really should listen to that album. You're right.
I hope everybody, if you like it, let me know. If you hate it, I'm really sorry you recommended it. It's just something I personally loved.
I don't see that there's any way I could hate it. I think, like, in general, I really like their music, so it seems really unlikely that I would just straight up be like, this is terrible. Especially because Love Scenario's on it, and I love that song.
All right, I'm going to do one more. Let's do... I hate to do favorite dance artists. Let's make up our own category. Let's do favorite choreography for any song. What you got?
Ooh, you go first. I have to think. Oh, I hate what I'm about to say.
Now I have to know. What are you going to say?
Okay, I'm going to change what I was going to say.
Why? No, say it.
I was going to say, okay, genuinely, honestly, I love the Idol choreography. I think it's incredible and, like, so energetic and athletic, and I love how they incorporate, like, traditional dance and all that. I also liked Airplane Part 2, though. That was what I was going to say. But then I was also going to say Fake Love. But for bad reasons that don't deserve to be said on this podcast.
Well, I think I might... Just because it was so unique and it blew my mind the first time I saw it, I'm going to say Singularity.
Oh, good answer.
The first time I watched it, I was like, what kind of voodoo magic is this? And then I saw it and I was like, is that his hand? And, like, the more often I see him perform it live, I'm just like, I can't touch myself. Fingers, where are your fingers? Like, come on, man.
It's a truly captivating performance.
I don't know how you can caress yourself that way. It's amazing.
It's so good. It's like dancing and acting and singing. He's triple threading in the same moment.
With himself really good. As a partner.
It's really, really good. Yeah. Stunning. Good call, man. I totally forgot about how incredible that is.
I would just have to pick it for that alone.
Yeah.
Plus, I think
that's
the
a solid
dancers in that music video, like, tweeted a behind-the-scenes picture, just like, hey, this is our new job, and they were super fun to work with or whatever, and they, like, blew up because ARMY went crazy about it. So I was really excited for that group. They seem like pretty cool people.
The dance, like, was cool in the video, but you're right. When I saw it live, or, like, when I see live fan cams when he performs it on stage, it is incredible. It's just, like, a whole nother level.
Watching an intimate moment between a man and himself.
And his fingers, where are the fingers?
See, my daughter is a genius. She created a game that we didn't even know we needed.
Your daughter is a genius and one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. She is hysterical.
All right. I think that's it. I think that's our made-up award show. Again, we have very little musical knowledge. We're just going off of what we hear and what we like.
I feel bad because BTS ruined me 2 years ago. If you had had me do this, I would have known every single one of these nominees. I would have seen every single music video. I would have heard every album all the way through. But BTS just owns me right now. I'm just so obsessed. So sorry to the music. I'm a basic BTS for sure. So I hope to someday reemerge from this world. But, oh, you know what my favorite album was? I don't think it counts as an album.
Let's hear it. I'll count it. What is it?
Hope World.
That counts as an album?
I loved Hope World. It was a mixtape.
Oh,
Mono was so good too. Mono came out this year too.
Holy cow.
This is why I have no time to listen to anything else, because literally every other week I've got a brand new album from somebody from BTS. It's exhausting. Don't Stop. I love it, but, like, This is the problem.
So I saw this whole like Yoongi with the piano and the car crash thing on Twitter last night, and I texted Megan. I'm like, what is this? Like, where is this from? I've clearly missed this somewhere along the way. And she's like, oh no, this is like a new album thing. And I was like, I am exhausted. I cannot.
It's like the comeback clues, the clues for the comebacks. They're already going to have a comeback. Which I had a delightful meltdown about them having a comeback. If you want to go to our YouTube page and subscribe, you can find some videos of me acting like a real nut job.
That's my
but
favorite.
Isn't that fun? Don't we enjoy that?
The basic bee and the real
girl.
nut job.
Hashtag relatable nut job.
It's better than hashtag fingers.
Where that's
are
the
your
longest
fingers?
hashtag ever.
I can't wait to bust a story out when she's getting married or graduating from high school. I can't wait.
Oh, we're going to tell this all the time.
Be like, let your mama and Aunt May tell you what you used to play when you were little.
Story. Allison loves this story. I'm going to have so much good dirt on her when she's older. Oh.
You will. It's fun.
She doesn't even know. Yeah.
All right, Megan, you want to take us out of here?
Let's do it. You can talk to us until the next time. Twitter at Noona Ya Business, Facebook at Noona Ya Business, email us, Becca at NoonaYaBusiness.com, Megan at NoonaYaBusiness.com, YouTube. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean. Check us out. Talk to us. Like our YouTube page, please. And yeah, we love chatting with you guys. So if there's anything you're thinking about or want to talk about, let us know.
And right when we think you don't love us anymore, well, I guess we don't really think that. But on Sunday, I was like, man, it's been kind of quiet after the new year. And I was like, man, I don't think we're like giving our good friends what they want because we've been missing for the holidays and stuff. And then bam, out of the blue, it was like 7
Tons
new emails.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get caught up. I'm still here. I promise I will respond to you.
No.
So.
You're doing a gosh darn amazing job, Megan.
Well, this is a darn delight. So thank you all, and thank you, Becca.
And do you want to update people on My Love for Another Star?
Oh, yes, we're going to finish it, guys.
People keep asking. It's coming, I promise.
It really is. The thing is, we have to, which we're saying it like it's a problem. We have to binge watch 6 episodes each, and we take copious amounts of notes because we want to do a good job. And Becca has a full-time job and 3 kids and a very long commute, and I am just not great with time management. So it's just hard, especially with the holidays. We just got a little backlogged, but we're going to sit down and figure out when we can do it. So we will have it soon. I'm eager to watch it.
I can't wait to see more Chungsungi.
Yeah, and we need another drama episode. It's going to be fun to do a dig into a drama again. Also, before I forget, everybody, check out our sponsor, whoarted.com, who-arted, ARTED.com.
Thanks, Megan.
Yeah, thank you.
So get ready. Maybe next week we'll do it. I don't know. We'll
I'm
figure this out.
That.
We're traveling and I'll be gone, so we need to figure out who's recording and how we're recording. But
yeah, don't be alarmed if next week we don't have an episode. It might just be too hard to do to figure out the logistics. But if we can't do an episode next week, I would say we can definitely do My Love from Another Star the following week because we'll have Dome in June. You are my destiny.
You are my destiny. We need to do another K-drama OST episode because I've been watching so many amazing shows with great soundtracks. I've been writing all of them down.
That
quiz
episode,
you again
guys.
Sometime.
If you haven't listened to our Ultimate K-drama OST episode, you should because it was so iconic for us. Because Becca took all this time and she found all these incredible drama OSTs, and she was they're very famous ones. She set it all up and played me clips, and I'm like, I don't know what this is from.
My favorite's
I've never heard this song before in my life.
I mean, it's quite pretty, but I've never heard this before. And I'm like, you've watched the show a million times.
This is a lovely tune, but I don't recognize it at all. It's 10 songs, and I got 2 right.
This is a lovely tune. How old are you?
Me?
That sounded sounded like a 90-year-old. This is a lovely tune.
What can I say? I'm wise beyond my years.
Well, Megan, it's great to see you.
You
To all
too,
of our
I miss
listeners,
you.
it's been so much fun talking to you this week, and I can't wait to get your opinions on these award shows. We're going to be tweeting out polls to see what you
Yes.
would have picked. So I'm
And
interested
please, again,
to see.
remember, we don't know anything. We're just a couple of dum-dums with opinions. We got no facts. We're just hanging out and having fun, guys. This
the only
isn't for
opinion
serious.
I know for sure is that 1-2-3 was a fan-frickin-tastic music
One,
video
two,
this
three
year.
is an underappreciated music video.
It's so amazing. Go look
I'm
it
gonna
up.
go watch it right after this. We finish recording. I have it queued up and everything.
All right, well, let's do this. So, guys, whether this is your first episode or your 45th episode, hot dog! Thank you for joining us today at Noona Ya Business, and we will talk to you guys next week. Yay!
Yay!